So it's the 1st of October now, it's officially autumn, and we've had another biblical weekend of weather, but look how good this golf course is. These greens are firm and fast, and I've got lots more to tell you. You better keep watching. Okay, so as I mentioned, with the weather over the weekend, unfortunately the course here was closed, all the competitions were off. Johnny had done a great job organising the Halifax and Huddersfield match, a team match from St Anne's Olympics going over to Halifax to play, but that was also cancelled as well. Lots of golfers headed down to the driving range, down to Lytham Golf Academy. The Top Tracer bays were busy all weekend. Yes, on Top Trace you can play a full round of golf at St Andrews, Pebble Beach, many other courses from the comfort of a nice sheltered bay with nice hot coffee, so make sure you pop down there and have a look. If you're not going to head down there, then you want to get on a real golf course, this is the one to play during the winter, because look at this. These greens have only just been verti-drained last week. Look at that roll, so pure. I was going to go, I've hardly hit that. And this green was flooded for an hour or two on Saturday, however, drained through just like that. The ground is firm, the tine marks have started to cover up this time. Oh, they've got it. These are good. If I could hold that 30-foot, these greens are great. Right, so Rory, you've gone and upset a few people again, but you know what? I kind of understand it. It's his golf courses aren't tough enough. He wants to play the longest courses. Why do you think that is, though, guys? Because he hits it an absolute mile. He claims that some of the European Tour courses are a little bit too easy and he's going to have to shoot 25, 30 under par to win, which is a little bit silly. However, he wants to play the best courses against the best golfers. Now, for me, any golf course you've got to play well on to win, and congratulations to any winners on the European Tour for doing that job. What Rory's pretty much saying is he's going to stay and play most of his golf on the USPGA Tour, and this is a way of saying it, I suppose. But if you want to beat the best, you've got to play the best, and you've got to also play the toughest courses. This place is certainly playing quite tough at the minute. So holding out with my Spider X putter. Just a couple of quick tips while we're on here, may as well. Before we head back inside, I've got a nice little toy to have a whack with today. So really try and keep my arms quite close to my chest as I'm putting, let the biceps sit on my pecs if you like, and rotate my shoulders. Just that nice easy rock. We see quite a lot of golfers just for fanning that club away from themselves and their follow through, just trying to push that blade towards the hole. Look at the stripes on this green. So once I've got over the ball, quite an interesting one is looking at your eye position over the ball. Now if you have a straight back and straight through stroke, your eyes might want to sit over the ball. If you have a bit of an arc, your eyes might just sit towards the heel of the putter. It's really important to make sure you remain stable, keep your head still, and let the body do the work. Get a good foundation with your feet, nice and still, and there we go. And that won't be a million miles away again. Oh, he's not. Very nice. Right, it's getting a little bit chilly out here. Let's go inside and hit a couple of shots with the new Taylormade Udi iron. Okay, so we're back inside. This is a little bit more like it, and whilst we're in the studio I thought we'll do a little compare. So we've got the new Taylormade P790 UDI 2 iron here. The new improved, we've obviously just launched the new P790 iron. This is the old P790 UDI 2 iron, which kind of complemented the previous set, but the P790 is such a great club, they made some slight modifications to it, slightly thinner face, a little bit more tungsten, and the ball comes off in fittings we've done a little bit hotter. So let's see if the UDI works the same. I'm expecting, obviously it's got a slightly lower tungsten weight there and quite a much bigger tungsten in the sole, so I'm expecting this to get up a little bit higher. That thin face is still very relevant, and probably one of the best selling clubs of all time for us, the 790 irons. The UDIs weren't so popular, but again, a 2 iron is a difficult club to hit, and if you've got a hybrid or rescue in your bag, you're probably better suited to that. But a lot of golfers nowadays are asking for those driving irons, and have Taylormade created something that can possibly get me. I'm looking around 230, 240 with a driving iron. If I get a good drive, my driver can get up to 280. I'm still doing a bit of work on that, but around the 230, 240 mark with a 2 iron would be quite suitable. So first thing I'll do, I'll hit a couple of shots with this new club. So as we set up to it, it looks really nice. A little bit thicker top edge, I think, than the previous model. It's got the hazardous smoke shaft in it in a 6.0. Let's see if we can put a good couple of swings on these. Well, that came off hot. Okay, one more. So I am using it as a driving iron. I've got it on a very low T-peg. Just the idea of this is give me a slightly more penetrating flight, low spin. Yeah, that felt good. So a couple of nice strikes there, and certainly feels quite hot off the club face. We seem to be getting about the 135 ball speed and around the 230 yards distance. So I'm going to grab the old 790 and just see if there is any gain in the new club. Okay, so this is the old version. They do look very similar. I had to double check what I'd got on my hands then. 6-0 Project X shaft. This is the hazardous again. Again, nice strike. They just feel exactly the same in my opinion. Obviously we're going to see in a minute when we have a quick look at these numbers, but that's the furthest one I've hit. I've managed to get that up near the green there. Now, one of the most important things about any club testing, this is raw testing. I've literally had a handful of practice swings this morning and then come in the studio to do it, and it's pretty real. You go on the golf course, you don't hit every shot great. I don't hit every shot great in the studio here by a long way. And really what I'm looking for is what happens when I do get hold of it, how it compares. Does it give me a bit better ball flight, a bit more ball speed, a bit more distance? Yeah, there's two pretty solid hits there. Considering they're identical clubs, identical shafts, this is just the older version, and the one there I've got is the newer version. Is there much difference in, I mean, I've got a little preview there, the old one's gone further for me. Let's have a little look. Okay, quick comparison. That lower tungsten in the new club certainly gave me a little bit higher launch angle. Look at that. 14.4 launch angle, so it's probably going to be a little bit easier to hit. Ball speed actually came off hotter with the old version, 3 miles an hour hotter. Just remember that I might have just loosened up a little bit, but however, this is pretty close in my opinion. The old has come off with more ball speed, just bear that in mind. Spin as well, the old has got a lower spin rate, so 2,600 spin versus 2.8. So that lower launching, hotter flight and lower spin has given me 4 more yards carry and 7 more yards run with the old club, not the new. However, what have Taylormade done here? They've made a club that's going to be longer, or they've made a club that's going to be a bit easier to use. I think it's going to be a little bit easier to use because that higher launch angle, higher spin is going to be a bit of control. And that's possibly where they've gone with the angle on this. As far as if you're looking for a flatter ball flight and more distance, the old UDI is still available. We do have a couple of them available. And if you're looking for a little bit more control with that 2-iron or that driving iron and you're struggling with your hybrid, you might want to look at the new version. But certainly on my test there, just remember this could happen. We could spend a bit more time over a period of the next few weeks testing these, and we could get them around the same. I don't know, but I'm seeing a pattern forming straight away. Once again, if you do subscribe to the channel, really appreciate that. If you don't, maybe just give that little subscribe button a click, and also give us a like and put the notifications bell on, because we've got lots of videos coming all the way through the winter. There's quite a few things happening down at the Academy. They've just got all the new winter stock in, and we're redressing the store here at St Ansel's Links as well. Yes, I'm talking about winter now because it's October and it's fair game. The team at the Academy are having a right challenge at the minute because we're very wet. That biblical rain we've had that we discussed has made the outfield a swamp yet again. So if you fancy coming down and doing some ball picking boot camp, head yourself down there. We've got some pushes. You can get 2 hours of good cardio exercise and we won't charge you, helping us pick the golf balls up. One final thing, I've got to say big thank you to Rob at Your Gym in Lytham. He's put a cracking personal training program together for me to work on, certainly over the winter period. I'm looking forward to getting stronger and fitter and watching my diet. If anyone wants to come and have a chat with me about what I'm doing, I'm trying to get my body into ketosis. I'm working with a company called Norocco and looking at how we get less caffeine but MCT-C10 into us, which is it gives a similar effect to caffeine but without the crash, so nice bit of energy and helps you focus your mind. I'm going to be lean, mean fighting machine come the start of the season next year, hopefully to be able to play in some golf, play in some tournaments and compete. That's my plan. I just want to hit it a little bit further, that would be nice, and also maybe lose this. Once again, thanks for watching. Give us a like, give us a share, and we will see you all very soon.